सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। We have completed 12th chapter, which comes under Madhyama Shatkam. We have already seen that in Bhagavad Gita there are 3 sections. Each section consists of 6 chapters. Pradhama Shatkam 6 chapters, Madhyama Shatkam 6 chapters, then Charama Shatkam 6 chapters. We have completed 2 Shatkams. Now we are entering into the Charama Shatkam, in which there are again 6 chapters. Why this division we have to take? Because Madhusudana Saraswati, one of the commentator of Bhagavad Gita, presents in this manner. The entire Bhagavad Gita can be taken as one Mahavakya. The entire Bhagavad Gita can be taken as one Mahavakya, that is Tat Tvam Asina, Tattvam Asina. Tat means that Paramatma, Tvam, you the Jivatma, Asi means one and the same. You the individual self, is non-separate from that total self, is the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. But that statement is very difficult to understand. Tat Tvam Asi, there are only 3 words. Tat one word, Tvam one word, Asi one word. Very, very deep words they are. Therefore Lord Krishna elaborately for one word, 6 chapters. How important that Mahavakya you can understand. Each Shatkam has got 3 topics. The same points I have already enumerated at the 7th chapter beginning. Again I am reminding you, because long back we have seen 7th chapter. What are those 3 topics in each Shatkam? In Prathama Shatkam there are 3 topics. Very, very important, these points we have to note. First topic in Prathama Shatkam is Jiva Swarupam, the nature of individual. What is the nature of the individual self? Jiva Swarupam. In Sanskrit, Tvam Pada Vichara. Tvam Pada Vichara. Tvam means you. Vichara means not Telugu Tamil Vichara. Vichara means inquiry, analysis. Tvampada Vichara means inquiry into oneself. That is first topic in Prathama Shatkam. Second topic is Karma Yoga, a sadhana. Second topic is Karma Yoga, selfless actions, Nishkama Karma, performance of selfless actions, is a Karma Yoga as a sadhanam. First one is Vichara, second one is a sadhanam, and the third topic in Prathama Shatkam is Purusha Prayatnaha, human effort. The importance of human effort to attain that self-knowledge. Purusha prayatnaha. Prayatnaha means effort. These are the three main topics dealt in first 6 chapters of what? Bhagavad Gita. Then 7th chapter onwards, up to 12th chapter, again 6 chapters divided into 3 topics. The first topic is Ishvara Swarupam, the nature of that Ishvara. The nature of Ishvara or Tat Pada Vichara, enquiry into the nature of Ishvara, Swarupam, Tat Pada Vichara. Number 2, second topic in the Madhyama Shatkam is Upasana Yoga, the practice of meditations. Upasana Yoga. This is a grand design of Bhagavad Gita. If you have this grand design in your mind clearly, you can understand what is Bhagavad Gita. Then third topic of Madhyama Shatkam is Ishvara Anugraha, the importance of the grace of the Lord to attain that knowledge or moksha. Ishvara Anugraha, Ishvara Kripa, the grace of the Lord. These are the 3 topics. So Madhyama Shatkam over, Pradhama Shatkam over. Now comes the last Charama Shatkam, means Antima Shatkam, Charama Shatkam. It has got again 3 topics. First topic is Asipada Vichara. Asipada Vichara. Asi means oneness. Oneness of Jivatma Paramatma, or aikyam between individual soul and total, individual self and total self. Identity between individual self and total self. Jivatma Paramatma aikyam is called Asi. Mahavakyam Asi. Tat Tvam Asi. And the second topic is Jnana Yoga as a sadhanam. Jnana Yoga as a sadhanam, the path of knowledge. Third topic is Jnanam. Jnanam means here not knowledge. Jnana means Daivi Sampat, ethical moral values, the importance of ethical moral values in one's life. So 3 topics in Charama Shatkam. Now totally 9 topics we have. First topic in each Shatkam put together Mahavakya. Tat Tvam Asi Mahavakya. Of course Tat comes first. Even though it is given in Madhyama Shatkam, Tat Tvam Asi. Tvam Tat Asi. So Vichara, first 3 are Vichara in each Shatka. Tvam Pada Vichara, Tat Pada Vichara, Asi Pada Vichara. Enquiries. First topics are all called enquiries. The second topics in each Shatkam comes under sadhanas. Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga and Jnana Yoga comes under sadhanas in each Shatkam. Then third topic comes under prerequisites for the knowledge. Purusha Prayatnam is must. Human effort is required. Supportive sadhanas. Supportive sadhanas means Purusha Prayatnam, human effort there. In Ishvara Kripa is also a supportive sadhana for us. As though sadhana, it is anugraha. Ishvara anugraha is also required. Values are also required. Dharma is also required. Therefore, 3 topics are wonderfully designed. If you have these last 3, you can enter into these sadhanas. If you enter into these sadhanas, you can attain Tattvamasi Mahavakya Jnanam. Are you enjoying? I am enjoying. Okay? I don't feel tired. Again, I repeat the same thing. But it is very, very important. These are the 9 topics totally put together in that entire Bhagavad Gita. Now each topic, briefly I'll give you the gist. Then you can have the whole picture. First topic, what is the essence? Jiva Ishvara Aikyam. Madhyama Shatkam essence I have to give. Not whole entire Gita. Okay. Madhyama Charama Shatkam, first chapter. What is the Charama Shatkam first topic, first chapter? 13th chapter. 13th chapter is the first chapter of which Shatkam? Charama Shatkam. Or Tritiya Shatkam. Charama means last Shatkam. What do you mean by Shatkam? Shat means 6. That chapter, that portion which contains 6 chapters is called Shatkam. That portion which contains 6 chapters is called Shatkam. Even Stotrams also you might have heard Nirvana Shatkam, where in which sloka, in which Stotram there are 6 slokas, it is called Shatkam. What is the meaning of the Asipada Vichara here? First topic, Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam means what? Jivatma means individual self. Paramatma means total self. Or Ishvara. Are superficially different, but essentially they are one and the same. Jivatma and Paramatma are superficially they are appearing as different. I, the Jivatma, miserable Jivatma here, suffering, I am one and the same, one with the Paramatma. I am not different. Just as the wave and water, wave and ocean. Wave is a name, wave is a form, wave has got its own function. Ocean is also another form, ocean is also another name, ocean is also, it has its own functions. Function means karma. Nama, Rupa, Karma, Bheda is there. If you are not able to understand that further, this desk is a name for this wood. Desk has got a form, Rupam. Desk has got its own karma function. So Swamini can use in every class while she is taking class this function, karma. Whereas this bench, it is another name. Desk name is different. Bench name is different. Form is also different. The shape of the desk is different from the shape of the bench. Function, I cannot sit on the desk, but I sit on the only bench. We cannot use the bench as a desk. Use the desk. Karma also difference. Nama, Rupa, Karma, Bhedat. Vastu Bhedaha, we say, wave is different. Ocean is different. Nama, Rupa, Karma different. But essentially wave and ocean are one and the same. From what standpoint? Water standpoint. Clear? Similarly, Jivatma, I the individual, is one form. Jivatma, I the individual, has one name. I the Jivatma has got a different function. Paramatma is another name. Ishvara is another name. Ishvara has got another form. Ishvara has got another function. So, Ishvara and Jiva both are different from these 3 points, 3 levels. Nama, Rupa, Karma. Clear? Jiva Atma, Nama, Rupa, Karma. Parama Atma, Nama, Rupa, Karma. Nama, Rupa, Karma theriyadillipo. Name, form, function. Essentially, both of them are one and the same Atma Drishtya. Atma Drishtya, both are one and the same. Who are they? Both are I, the Jivatma, even though I have different name, different form, different function. Ishvara is different name. Ishvara has got different form. Ishvara has got different function. What function? Karma phala data. Ishvara. Then karma phala bhokta I am. Karta bhokta I am. Our akarta abhokta karma phala data. Avarku ஒரு job இருக்கு. எந்த ஆஃபீஸ்ன்னு கேட்காதுங்க. அவரோட ஆஃபீஸ் என்னன்னா always giving the results of the actions. But really speaking, they are one and the same. For this only equation given by Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad gives this Mahavakyam, Tat Tvam Asi. Equation is that, equation means this is equal to this. This is equal to this. Jivatma is equal to Paramatma. Jivatma is equal to Paramatma. That is called equation. Tat Tvam Asi Mahavakya. When you need equation, suppose I give a number 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3, how much is equal to answer if you give 8 minus 3, 5. Answer is evident. 8 minus 3, 8. 5. 8 minus 3, 5. So there is no need of equation here because it is evident. Similarly, 4 minus 2, minus, அங்கே plus இங்கே minus. அந்த minus சொன்னானே. Okay. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. Here also, very clearly you are able to see there is no need of equation when it is evident. When it is evident, suppose I say 8 minus 3, 4 plus 4 is equal to 9 minus 1. 4 plus 4 is equal to 9 minus 1. கொஞ்ச நேரம் ஆகும் யோசனை பண்றதுக்கு. வாட் சுவாமினி இஸ் டாக்கிங். 4 plus 4 is equal to is called equation. Is equal to 9 minus 1. That means what? There is no answer. 4 plus 4 is equal to, I have not given the answer. Answer is not evident. 9 minus 1 also answer is not evident. What I am giving? 4 plus 4 is equal to 9 minus 1. This is the equation. When it is not evident answer, you require a equation. 4 plus 4 is equal to also 8. 9 minus 1 is also 8. 4 plus 4 is equal to, இந்த லெஃப்ட் சைடு இருக்கிறது பிளஸ், இந்த பக்கம் இருக்கிறது மைனஸ். நம்பர்ஸ் ஆர் ஒரு பக்கமும் 8 கிடையாது. இப்போ வாட் இஸ் கமிங்? 8. பட் 8 இஸ் நாட் தேர் ஹியர் இன் எனி நம்பர். 4, 4, 9, 1ல 8 இருக்கா? கிடையாது. It's not evident. But you have to get the answer. 4 plus 4 I said. I didn't say anything. Then 9 minus 1 I said. Immediately you understand. 4 plus 4 is equal to 9 minus 1 is equal to what? 8. So when answer is not evident, you require a equation. அது மாதிரி ஜீவாத்மா பரமாத்மா நாம ரூப கர்மா, they are different. They are different. பட் ஜீவாத்மா ஏவ பரமாத்மான்னு சொல்லும்போது you have to get the answer. ஆத்மஸ்வரூபம் alone is one and the same. It is not visible. In ஜீவாத்மாలో నామ రూప కర్మ appearance is different. In Paramatma also நாம ரூப கர்ம are different. இந்த ஜீவன் போய் அந்த பரமாத்மா எப்படி ஆக முடியும்? ஏதோ சுவாமினி சொல்லின்னு இருப்பா கிளாஸ்லோ, how I can become God. What a courage to say. Not only courage, what a courage Swamini is having to say, not appreciating. ஏதோ பாப்போம் சுவாமினி சொல்றோம், something she is talking. Students pity of the teacher. How can I be God? How can I be the Ishvara? How many years? 1 day or 2 days? Years together, 1 decade, even 2 decades சொன்னாலும் கூட students are pity of the teacher. It is impossible for me. How can I be Ishvara? How can I be God? It is wrong. It is sacrilege. It is mistake. It is error. It is papam to say I am God. People think like that. In spite of listening Bhagavad Gita 2nd round, 3rd round, Upanishad 10 over, still God, myself are different. It's not so easy to say I am that Ishvara. People are not ready to say because they don't have courage to say. Courage in the sense they don't have subtle mind to own up this fact. I'm telling you, this is a fact. This is not a belief. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. 4 plus 4 is equal to 9 minus 1 is a fact or a belief. பாருங்க எவ்வளோ அழகா சொல்லிட்டேன். It's a fact. I cannot ask you 4 plus 4 is equal to 9 minus 1. All of you please believe. அன்னு கேட்டால் என்ன சொல்லுவேன்? என்ன சுவாமினி இதில் பிலீவ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு? இது சத்தியம் தானே, ஃபேக்ட் தானே, இதில் பிலீஃப் எதுக்கு? சாஸ்திரம் சேஸ் இது எப்படியோ அது அப்படி. எது? ஜீவாத்மா ஏவ பரமாத்மா, பரமாத்மா ஏவ ஜீவாத்மா இஸ் பரம சத்தியம். எப்போ? 360 days, 24 hours, 7 days, all the time. That is the only truth. That is the only truth. That is the only truth. There is no other truth. But how that truth, fact, we are missing. We are so great. We are so great in what? Ignorance. We are so great in nurturing the ignorance. Years together, decades together, janmas together. Even the teacher comes and bangs again and again. ஏறவே மாட்டேங்கிறது மண்டைக்குள்ள. ஏன்னா அவள தேகாபிமானம், அவள அகங்கார, அவள மமக்காரான்னார். So Lord Krishna finally is going to hammer. I am not hammering. He is going to hammer. The whole thing is asipada vichara. Oneness of that Jiva and Paramatma. Jiva, Parama, remove. Atma is one and the same. So what, Swamini? If I know Paramatma I am, what am I going to get? What you are going to get? Infinite phalam, infinite ananda, infinite peace, infinite security. PHS. Absolute peace, absolute ananda, absolute security. You need not turn back in your life. No, even iota of sorrow won't be there. It is possible for a mature person, the person who is a dharmic person and who is very pure in his heart, for such person it is possible. Of course, with Guru Kripa, Ishvara Kripa, Shastra Kripa, Atma Kripa. That's why in first Shatkanlo, Atma Kripa, Purusha Prayatnavanna, Atma Kripa. Second Shatkanlo, Ishvara Kripa anna Ishvara Kripa. Ishvara Anugrahana, Ishvara Kripa. Third one, the values all come under Shastra Kripa. If I follow Dharma, Shastra, therefore Shastra says, Athato Dharma Jignasa. May you have interest in following Dharma. Jignasa, Gnatum Ichha. May you know what is Dharma. Then may you practice what is Dharma. Later, what will come? Athato Brahma Jignasa. Later, may you have the interest, desire to get Brahma Jnanam. Dharma Jnanam vina, Dharma Anushtanam vina, Brahma Jnanam na sambhavati. Without Dharma Jnanam, Dharma Anushtanam, moral values, ethical values, a person can never attain that, what? Brahman. This is about Asi or Mahavakyala, third word, Asi Pada Vichara's essence. So, Pradhama Shatkam deals with the Tvam of the Tattvamasi. Madhyama Shatkam deals with the Tat of Tattvamasi. Charama Shatkam deals with the Asi of Tattvamasi. அப்படி சொல்லணும். எங்கேயோ தத்து தம்மு அசி என்ன தனித்தனியாக பார்க்கக்கூடாது. பிரதம ஷட்கம் deals with the Tvam of Tattvamasi. Madhyama Shatkam deals with the Tat of Tattvamasi. Charama Shatkam deals with the word Asi of Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi மறக்கவே கூடாது. Tat Tvam Asi. Then the second topic is Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga sadhanam. What do you mean by Jnana Yoga? Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Study of scriptures under a study of Vedantic scriptures under a competent, alive Guru, Acharya, for a length of, consistently for a length of time. Study of Vedantic scriptures under a alive, competent teacher, or you can say consistent, systematic study of Vedantic scriptures under a alive Acharya. திருப்பி சொல்றேன். Consistent, systematic study of Vedantic scriptures under a competent, alive Guru. Every word is $1 billion worth. ஏமாந்து போகக்கூடாது. We should not be complacent. We should not be casual. If you want moksha, consistent study is required. அங்கே கொஞ்சம் இங்கே கொஞ்சம் படிக்கக்கூடாது. சிஸ்டமேட்டிக்காக படிக்கணும். Consistency must be there. The student also come to the class consistently. Teacher also should teach consistently. கனெக்ஷன் இருக்கணும். லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸில் என்ன சொன்னேன், இப்போ இந்த கிளாஸில் என்ன சொன்னேன், கன்சிஸ்டன்சி இருக்கணும். Systematic padikanam. All prakriyas we have to study. Methods we have to study. What text we have to study first, what next we have to study. That also must be known. எனக்கு ஏது இருக்கோ எந்த கேசட் அவைலபிள் அது கேட்குறேன் நான். அப்படிலாம் கேட்கக்கூடாது. வாட் எவர் புக் இஸ் அவைலபிள், வாட் எவர் கேசட் இஸ் அவைலபிள், வாட் எவர் சிடி இஸ் அவைலபிள், ஐ லிசன். A student is not supposed to choose whatever he likes. The development, growth also you have to see. Just as college studies, Gurukulams and all, any university you go, how they teach? Whatever you want they teach. They check your qualification first. If you are fit for that class or not, first the entrance test. First test, second test illa panni useless and next aladhukku pinnadi class la potuduvan. That also a study, this is also a study. That is also a knowledge they are getting, materialistic knowledge. Here spiritual knowledge they are getting. How can people can be complacent in studies of scriptures? Because no university is there to ask. Because we are not going to give any certificate. Here, you are the certificate to yourself. That's why people ignore. People are very, very casual. Because you don't get any job by studying this. You don't get any promotion. Nobody will give salary. Therefore, Shravana means that is the Shravana. Then Mananam, reflect upon the teaching. Until all doubts are cleared, you have to listen again and again, reflect upon the teaching. Then just casual learning will not bring trans the form. I have to go beyond name, form, function. Trans the form, transcend. Transcendence meditation, transcendental meditation. Spelling e tagararu. Transcendental meditation means what? Going beyond body-mind complex will come only by study, not by meditation. By meditation comes only headache. Therefore, the transformation comes when you assimilate. Why we are not studying consistently? Because so many responsibilities. கல்யாணம் மேலே கல்யாணம் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு, ரிசப்ஷன் மேலே ரிசப்ஷன் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு, ஃபங்க்ஷன் மேலே ஃபங்க்ஷன் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. கன்சிஸ்டன்சி எங்கே கிடைக்கும்? சிஸ்டமேட்டிக் எங்கே படிக்க முடியும்? வீட்டுக்கு போய் புஸ்தகம் திறந்து தானே அவன் பண்ணி. ஸ்கூலில் காலேஜில் ஹோம் ஒர்க் தே டூ அண்ட் தே புட் எக்ஸாம்ஸ். இங்கே என்ன சுவாமினி ஒன்றும் கேட்க மாட்டேன், கிளாஸ் வரலையான்னு கூட கேட்க மாட்டான். அப்படி கேட்டால் அது கூட வரமாட்டான்னு சொல்லி அவங்க கேட்க மாட்டான். No attendance register. After 1 year, how many you have got attendance? Good. அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. யார் வரானோ யார் போறானோ, புஸ்தகம் இருக்காது கையில். இன்னைக்கு இல்லாட்டாலும் யாரு கேட்பான்? அதே ஸ்கூலில் காலேஜில் புஸ்தகம் இல்லைன்னா வெளியில் போகணும்னு சொல்லிடுவான். அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் கம்மியாக இருக்கேன், நோ எக்ஸாம் என்ட்ரன்ஸ் at all. Even though there is no attendance register, even though there are no assignments, even though there are no semester exams, yearly exams, half-yearly exams, quarterly exams, even though in spite of all these are not there, teacher even are not asking who came in the last class, I do not know, who are coming in this class, I do not know. Because how can we remember? We don't remember. Even though my teacher is not remembering, still, just as the college student study, just as the college student prepare, just as the college student get qualification, just as the college student get gold medal, I have to study, I have to concentrate, I have to be free from all doubts, and I have to get gold medal knowledge. How difficult. That is called nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam part, contemplation. Sincere practice, commitment is required. Shraddha, bhakti, commitment. புஸ்தகம் இல்லைன்னா தப்பான்னு சொல்லலை, சொல்கிறேன். Why can't we carry small Bhagavad Gita? What is wrong with that? அதில் என்ன தப்பு? ஒரு சின்ன 5 ரூபாய் 2 ரூபாய் பகவத்கீதை வச்சுக்க முடியாது? பெரிய புக்கும் கேரி பண்ண முடியல சுவாமி, சின்ன புக்கு பாக்கெட்டில் வச்சுனா அந்த ஸ்தோத்திரம் படித்தானே நமக்கு புண்ணியம் வந்துடுமே. ஸ்லோகம். That's why we the Hindus are very, very, very complacent. We are not having that bhakti towards that valuable text Bhagavad Gita. We can listen, just you can listen. But sloka படிக்கும் போது அட்லீஸ்ட் that book அது பிடிச்சாலே போதும், புண்ணியம் வந்துடும். Nahi kalyana krit kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. Arjuna, even though that person is not getting Jivan Mukti in this Janma, if you touch the Bhagavad Gita once, it's enough. Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashtaha Vijayate. Next birth he will born as a Yoga Bhrashta. எப்படி ஒரு வாட்டி புக்கு பிடிச்சா போதும் கையால், அது தொடர்றதுக்கு மனசு வர மாட்டேங்கிறது நமக்கு. ஏன்னா அவ்வளோ புனிதமான ஒரு புஸ்தகம் இது. ஓகே, therefore this is called Jnana Yoga Sadhanam. And the third topic comes under, it consists of values, moral values. It dharma. It is called Jnanam in this chapters. Very, very important topic Lord Krishna is going to point out. Now we will enter with this background to the first shloka. In Jnana Yoga also what we are doing Shravanam manna. Shravanam is that enquiry into Jiva Swarupam, enquiry into Ishvara Swarupam, enquiry into the Aikyam, Mahavakya, Aikya Jnanam. These are only we are doing. Shravanam anna enno kada kalakshepam illa. Every class enna solluva teacher anna Tattvamasi. Next another Upanishad, Tattvamasi. Innor Upanishadalo Tattvamasi. What is the subject matter Swamini is talking from past 12 years? ஒரே ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் மேட்டர். என்னடா என்ன? தத்துவமசி, மகாவாக்கியம். யூ ஆர் தட் பிரம்மன் தான். இதுதான் என்னோட வேலை. வாட் இஸ் மை ஜாப்? டு மேக் தி ஸ்டூடெண்ட் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் தட் he or she is not different from that total Ishvara. This is the job of a Vedantic teacher. I don't have any other job. This is my job as a teacher. I teach this only. My purpose of teaching is to make the student to recognize that he or she is non-different from that Paramatma Swarupam. This is the aim of every Vedantic teacher. If the teacher is not aiming at this Mahavakya, he is not a Vedantic teacher, he is a Pauranika. A Bhagavatar, Harikada Bhagavatar, our. Any teacher is not a Vedantic teacher. Maybe teacher, teaching so many other subjects, Puranas. So many bhakti stotrams they may teach, but that teacher is not aimed at your moksha. That teacher is not aimed at your liberation. But Vedantic teacher is the only teacher who is interested in the well-being of a student. They are all only teaching that intermediary goals. Intermediary goals they are all teaching. But the ultimate goal can be taught by only competent Vedantic teacher. So you should know where you are going to, under whom you are studying, what you are studying. அது கூட தெரியணும் இல்லையா? That's why I am telling. சில ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு தெரியவே தெரியாது. என்னடா ஏதோ பக்கத்தில் கிளாஸ் இருக்க சுவாமி போயிட்டே இருக்கேன்னா. கரெக்டு தான், பக்கத்தில் இருக்கேன்னு போயிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஆனாலும் கொஞ்ச நாளுக்கு அப்புறம் you have to understand what for I am going, what for the teacher is sitting, what am I going to get with this. கணேச 10 வருஷத்துக்கு அப்புறம் வந்து வரணும். போயிட்டு இருக்க 10 வருஷமா என்ன எதுக்குடா என்ன அந்த சுவாமினி ரொம்ப நல்லா பாடுவான். ஹர் வாய்ஸ் இஸ் சோ ஸ்வீட். ஐயோ 10 வருஷம் கேட்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஐ வாண்ட் டு சீ சுவாமினி. இஃப் ஐ சீ சுவாமினி ஐ எம் சோ பீஸ்ஃபுல். ஏதா 10 வருஷத்துக்கு பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கான் அதே சுவாமினி ஃப்ரம் 10 years. அந்த டீச்சருக்கு எப்படி இருக்கும்? 10 வருஷமா தத்துவமசி சொல்லும் போது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கோர்ஸ் ஓவர், செகண்ட் கோர்ஸ் ஓவர், attracted to Guru, not attracted to Paramatma. What to do? Teacher says, come to the next batch also, come continue. Paravala இன்னொரு ஒரு decade you can take. 10 years over, another 10 years படி, நஷ்டம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை. At least you are coming, அதே பெரிய விஷயம். Continue. Why? Because adhikaritvam is not there. Qualification is not there. But that person is getting punya, that person is getting chitta shuddhi, that person slowly transformation will come in that person gradually. Change vandida ஆகணும். ஆல் கர்மயோகா உபாசனா யோகா டீச்சரே பண்ணுவா, கிளாஸில் பண்ண வைப்பான். மெடிடேஷன் சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டு, அஷ்டாங்க யோகம் சொல்லி கொடுத்து, எல்லா குவாலிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ் த டீச்சர் ஓன்லி ப்ரொவைட் if that student is available. Okay, the student is coming to the class, teacher will take care of. Classike varala enna pandrathu? Teacher cannot do anything. So the teacher is so compassionate. If the student comes regularly, automatically the teacher will take care of. என்னப்பா முந்தண்டு இருக்கானே கஷ்டப்பட்டுட்டு கருணை வந்துடும். அதனால் அட்லீஸ்ட் அந்த ஸ்ரத்தாவது இருந்தால் கூட நல்லது தான், தப்பு ஒன்றும் இல்லை. அதில் வந்து உட்காரு, என்னென்ன பண்ணு, புஸ்தகம் இல்லாட்டாலும் பரவாயில்ல, ஹாஃப் நேரம் உட்கார்ந்து ஹாஃப் நேரம் செல்ஃபோனில் பேசினாலும் பரவாயில்ல, வெளியில் போய் வந்துடு கிளாஸுக்குண்ணா. டீச்சர் இஸ் ஸோ கம்பேஷனேட் and give lot of margin, lot of time, and the student one day or other, teacher have lot of hopes. Okay, positively the teacher thinks. Otherwise no teacher can become a Vedantic teacher. Especially Vedantic teacher must have a lot of hope. Otherwise she will become hopeless later. Their students have such a capacity to take out the hope from the teacher's heart. அந்த அளவுக்கு ignorance இருக்கும். But the teacher must be very, very, she must or he must have lot of willpower, lot of courage, lot of patience, compassion, infinite compassion, infinite what you can call patience இருந்தாதான் வேதாந்திக் டீச்சர் ஆக முடியும். ஏன்னா ஆர்டினரி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்லேருந்து கொண்டு வந்து அவனுக்கு குவாலிஃபிகேஷன் கொண்டு வந்து முமுட்சம் ஆக்கி அவனுக்கு மோட்சம் வர வரைக்கும் இவருக்கு நான் ஸ்டாப். அதுதான். அதனால பரவாயில்ல, செல்ஃபோன் ரிங் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும், இந்த பக்கம் ரிங் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். எல்லாம் கரெக்டாக அனுபவம் மூலமாக சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன் நான். கரெக்டு தான். People are all having family responsibility, it doesn't matter. The hope is, அவன் ஒரு வாட்டி கீதா கிளாஸ் வந்துட்டான்னா இவன் ஏதோ புண்ணியம் பண்ணியிருப்பான், இல்லைன்னு வரமாட்டான். திஸ் இஸ் த கணக்கு. வேதாந்திக் டீச்சர் கணக்கு என்னாரான்னா, she is coming to the class டிசர்வ்டுன்னு அர்த்தம். மற்றதெல்லாம் டீச்சர் will take care of. அப்பா நாட் லைக் அதர் காலேஜஸ். அதர் காலேஜஸ்லன்னா போடான்னு சொல்லுவா, வெளியில் நீல் டவுன் பண்ண சொல்லுவாங்க. இங்கே என்னென்னா ஃபேன் போட்டி, கார்பெட் போட்டி, சேர் போட்டி, ஈவன் தட் வாட் மஸ்கிட்டோ ரெப்பலண்ட் ஆல்சோ கொடுத்து இவ்வளோ பண்ணி. ஓகே, now let us read the first shloka. What Bhagavan is going to say. All the 3 topics we are going to see now. What are those 3 topics? Asipada Vichara, inquiry into that oneness of Jivatma Paramatma. Second topic is Jnana Yoga. Third topic is values, Dharma. अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञमेव च एतद्वेदितुमिच्छामि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च केशव। This is my favorite chapter. Even though entire Gita is favorite, but in that 18 chapters, I have some favorite chapters. Favorite, I love this chapter very much. Before starting this chapter itself, from last week also, my joy is increasing more and more. Now, Arjuna Uvacha, Arjuna asking a question. He want to know about 6 terms. 6 terms which are very, very technical terms. Arjuna want to know them. In this first shloka, he puts all those 6 in one shloka. Etat veditum ichchami. Ichchami, I desire to know. Ish dhatu. Ichchami, I desire to know. Etat veditum. This veditum means to know. I desire to know. Veditum means vidhatu. Veditum, to be known. I want to know. Ichchami, I desire to know. What? Etat. What is this etat? This what I want to know is Prakriti, number 1. Purusham, number 2. Chaiva, not number 3. Okay. Cha eva. And not only that, third one is Kshetram. Number 4, Kshetrajnaha. Number 5, second line la irukku. Jnanam, number 5. Number 6 is Gneyam cha. Chakara is for Sloka Puranartham or Andanartham. I want to know all these 3 terms. He want to know this Vedantic meaning. Vedantic meaning of this, the word, he is introducing here. What is the Vedantic philosophical meaning of all these 6 terms? Even though they are 6 are there, you can broadly make them or condensed into 3 topics. Each one is one topic. 6 of them are come under 6 topics. But really speaking, they are not 6 topics, because some words are same with other words. Synonyms are there. Among those 6, there are synonyms. So we can make them as into 3 topics. Not 6, but 3. Arjuna, not knowing that they are not different, maybe that is the reason Arjuna asking 6 of them separately. అర్జునుకి తెలియదు ఇదిలో 6లో 3 comes under one group, 2 comes under one group. అర్జునుకి తెలియదు. That's why he is pointing out separately. What is that synonyms and what are those synonyms? Prakriti and Kshetram are one and the same. Prakriti and Kshetram come under one group. Topic number 1. Then Purushaha, Kshetrajnaha, Gneyam comes under one group. Purushaha, Kshetrajnaha and Gneyam comes under one group. Jnanam comes under the third group. Jnanam comes under the third group. So Arjuna want to know these three topics. First topic, Prakriti and Kshetram. Prakriti or Kshetram we can say. Second topic, Kshetrajnaha or Gneyam or Purushaha. Third topic is Jnanam. Arjuna want to know. So we also want to know. Through Arjuna, we are also coming to know about all these. The clarification he want to know. More clarification. Why Prakriti? What is the difference between Prakriti? What do you mean by Prakriti? What do you mean by Kshetram? Lord Krishna is going to elaborately explain in the following slokas. Now let us see the main division between the differences or features or salient features of Prakriti and Purusha. Salient features. Then we will go to the next shloka. Prakriti Kshetram, which means objective universe. I am giving the background because there are very, very terse terms. Very, very terse. பார்க்கறதுக்கு அப்படி சிம்பிளாக 3 லெட்டர்ஸே இருக்கு. ஆனாலும் if you go on studying, no, it is endless. No. Prakriti Kshetram is called as objective universe. It is called as matter principle, objective world. Or it can be called as Anatma, Achetanam principle, insentient principle, Achetana Anatma principle, matter principle, Jadam, insentient na Jadam, Achetanam na Jadam, Jadam na Achetanam, Achetanam na insentient. Who? Prakriti, or you can call it as Kshetram. This entire universe comes under, including your body, objective world, objective universe. This body is, you are objectifying or not? So this body can be called as Prakriti. It can be called as Kshetram. So now comes to Purusha, Kshetrajnaha or Gneyam. Just opposite to Prakriti, Kshetram. It is a spirit or consciousness principle. Purushaha, Gneyam or Kshetrajnaha is called as consciousness principle. That is matter principle. This is consciousness principle. There 2 are there, here 3 are there. Synonyms. Synonyms are paryaya padani. Same content, different names. Consciousness principle, Chetanam, sentient principle, subjective world, that is object, this is subject. Subject, Chetanam, sentient, Atma Tattvam, that is Anatma Tattvam, that is Atma Tattvam, that is matter, this is spirit. That is material, this is spiritual. Now we understand what is spiritual? Spiritual, those spiritual. Spirit is also called spiritual. People go on taking spirit, they are called spiritual. They are all called spiritual. Here what we are talking spiritual means consciousness. Spirit, that is spiritual. Chetanam, sentient, subject. This is object, insentient, Achetanam, Jadam. Jnanam means now 5 over. 5 over. Time is also going to over. அங்கதான் இருக்கு, இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் டைம் இருக்கு. என்ன பகவத்கீதை படிக்கும் போது டைமே தெரியக்கூடாது. வேர்ல்ட் இஸ் டெட் டு மீ, ஐ எம் டெட் டு த வேர்ல்ட். அவனுக்கு தான் மோட்சமே வரும். அப்படி இருந்து கிளாஸ்ல கேட்டாதான் மோட்சம் வரும். ஞானம், Jnana means generally, literal meaning of jnanam is knowledge. But here, Lord Krishna is going to give a contextual meaning. That is, jnana means dharma, values, ethical values, moral values, called as jnanam. Now you can understand by which jnanam, why it is called jnanam. Dharma man cholala milliyo Bhagavan. Values and cholala milliyo. Why jnanam? Jnana sadhanatvat jnanam. All values which we saw in the last 12th chapter, those values all are sadhanam, a means for knowledge. Jnana sadhanatvat, these values if I follow, dharma, dharmic lifestyle, dharma anushtanam, satyam, ahimsa, asteyam, brahmacharyam, aparigraham, all values, if I follow, I get jnanam, atma jnanam. All these values, if I follow, I will become fit for jnana yoga. If I become fit for jnana yoga, I will get jnanam. Jnana praptatvat or jnana sadhanatvat, they also can be called as jnanam. Like a doctor, no? First year he has joined. Adi 1 month ayeduthe. Enna eluduva? Doctor and so eluduva. Innu 6 varsham padikano, innu agave illiye doctor anna. So doctor, MBBS, first year MBBS nu poduva. First doctor annu eluduva. How he can become doctor? He is going to become doctor. Therefore he can be called as doctor. Therefore these sadhanas, values are all going to give me jnanam. Definitely. That's why follow one value, take vratam, either satyam or ahimsa or daya or you can call any value for that matter. All values are worth to follow. If you take up one, all others will come behind. They have to come. And everywhere, every Upanishad, every chapter highlight, Lord Krishna highlight values. 16th and 17th chapters are totally designed for these values, jnanam. 13, 14, 15th chapters are going to talk about Asipada Vichara. Jnana Yoga, Asipada Vichara, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, Jnanam topic. What about 18? 18th chapter summary. Okay? This is the background of this chapter. The next class we'll see. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.